So guys, are you ready? We're about to take a look at the brand new iPhone 8. It's that time of the year again, and I can't help myself but get very, very excited because it is almost time for the brand new iPhone 8, or whatever they end up calling it, to be announced. And I've actually seen a load of pictures online that are almost exactly what the iPhone 8 is going to look like, despite the fact it hasn't quite been officially announced yet. And I want to show you guys them and talk about it a little bit more, because there's actually rumored to be a load of cool new features as well. Now, you guys know me, like, I can't help but get suckered into the hype of a new iPhone. I don't use a MacBook or anything else Apple branded, to be honest with you guys, but when it comes to the iPhones, I just can't help myself. Almost every year, I pick up the new iPhone, and you'll see me doing unboxings on my second channel. I've done it almost every year, apart from last year, where I didn't really feel like there was a big enough improvement on a new iPhone to warrant me getting the new one. And I did eventually, only because my other iPhone broke, but that's not the point. The point here is that in just a few days' time, actually on September the 12th, so literally a few days away, Apple will be Apple will be hosting their yearly event, which always happens at the beginning of September when they talk about the new iPhone. And from what I've seen online and what I want to show you guys, it looks very exciting. And I can't help myself but get hyped for this, okay, guys? I just can't help myself. Now, nowadays, there's so many great phones on the market. I know a lot of you guys won't even have an iPhone, so I want to know, actually, down below, which phone do you have? Do you rock a Samsung Galaxy? Do you rock the new Nokia 8? Let me know down below, because I'll be really interested to see which phones all of you guys have, because I've just been an iPhone sucker for absolutely ages now. But if you don't care about iPhones and you're happy with what you've got now, why should we care about this one? Well, honestly, guys, when we take a look at the pictures and see more, you're going to understand why. You know what, guys? I've talked about it so much. All you guys want to see is some pictures, and all I want to see is some pictures and take a look at this thing. So let's take a look at everything that is circulating the internet right now and become iPhone 8 detectives. Now, it's worth noting that actually I keep on calling it the iPhone 8. It may not be called that. This is actually Apple's 10th iPhone, with a 10th anniversary, then releasing the first iPhone, I should say, which means that the rumor is it will either be called iPhone 8 or iPhone X, which is Roman numerals for 10, or it will be called iPhone Edition, is also a rumor that's going around. So a few names that could be revealed as the official name when it's announced on Tuesday. So actually, just as I go to boot up my PC, I open up TweetDeck, and I see that my boy Unbox Therapy has just tweeted this out literally 14 minutes ago, which looks like a Japanese leaked picture, promotional picture for the new iPhone 10th anniversary. Eagerly hope. Such a Japanese line to use. I'm actually interested in this guy. This guy's called Benjamin Gieskin, and he actually is a concept creator that will take something like an iPhone 8 that isn't actually officially out yet and make it for real. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is what the iPhone 8 is going to look like. Like almost 100% what it is going to look like. I actually honestly think the more I look at it, it looks on the verge of being a little bit ugly. It's interesting. It is completely curved. The screen goes all the way to the edges, and then you've got this little indent at the top for the front-facing camera. It's a nice place to put the time, the battery, the Wi-Fi, and all those other pieces of information. But you may notice one big thing missing, which is obviously everything you normally expect on an iPhone, which includes the ability to press down and unlock your iPhone. He says, this is my iPhone, I promise. Come on, don't let me down here. Okay, it literally didn't work. I don't think I even have Touch ID set up on the phone. But that's what we're used to unlocking our phone with, right? It's not even on there. Now, bearing in mind, this thing hasn't been revealed at the time of making this video. Here's another mock-up image. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the actual pre-order image Apple uses is almost identical to this. You can see it's actually vertical cameras on the back. I believe it's like a dual lens system, so you can take even better pictures. We'll take a look at some of the new stuff that's been rumored as well. But it's just very interesting. It almost doesn't look Apple from the way that the screen is set up. So I wanted to show you what it looked like in like silver as well, because it's actually easier to see the shape a little bit more. And something that is worth noting, I don't have one on me, but I loved actually the iPhone 4, which when I actually say it out loud just sounds ridiculous. But you'll remember there was like a sheet of glass on the back. It was pretty cool. I like the design of it, to be honest with you. I'm sure you guys remember it. Well, that piece of glass is actually returning on the back of this iPhone 8, and actually for a very good reason as well. And just in case you guys are thinking, oh, design's stupid, whatever, don't like it, don't even trust it, this image right here was actually leaked from Apple's own HomePod software, where hackers and all these clever people out there, shout out to you guys, went into the firmware and found this image within the coding, which obviously is the exact same outline you'd expect to get and matches up perfectly with the iPhone 8 mock-ups that have been going around. So that shape and form factor is pretty much 100% confirmed. Just for any of you doubters out there, all right? Just to make sure you believe me. So this image is a nice size comparison. I think it's the 7 on the left, 8 in the middle, and 8, then the 7 Plus on the right. I use the 7 Plus, like, I've gotten used to a huge phone screen, so actually the 8's a little bit smaller, unless they decide to release like an 8 Plus all at the same time. We'll see what they decide to do. It does make you realize how nice the screen is, though, with those 3 side by side. I cannot lie, that picture looks very, very impressive. This is a little bit of a higher quality version. You can see Instagram running here in this example. And actually, my boy Benjamin has another great picture here of, again, the iPhone 7 Plus, so the big version, versus the iPhone 8. I actually think it's a nicer size. I cannot lie. That's a good medium. And with the whole screen, actually the screen is vertically taller than the iPhone 8. One big concern, as soon as I look at this, is like, I'm a YouTuber, so I like to make videos, I like to play games. You know, I play Clash of Clans, my second channel, Pokemon Go, been playing for over a year, and I can record it on this screen because it's 16 by 9. Like, it makes sense. It just goes perfectly onto YouTube. How the hell are you meant to record the iPhone 8 screen and make that work then in a YouTube video, which is, or any other screen, which is just a square or like a rectangle? Ali, come on, get your shapes right. I don't know how it's gonna work. Just one thing I'm a bit concerned about, cannot lie. So I found like this website with someone that's obviously gotten 2 mock-ups of the iPhone 8 and it's just taken some amazing pictures, comparing them with loads of other iPhone models, comparing them with each other. And it looks really impressive. So I'll roll through a load of those in the background for you guys so you can take it in and enjoy it and just take on board what you think. Let me know down below, what are your first thoughts of what this iPhone 8 looks like? Do you like it, or do you think it's a little bit weird? I think it's a bit controversial, cannot lie. So, new features. What are Apple going for here? The screen is going to be a 5.8-inch OLED display, which means it's going to be absolutely gorgeous, extremely bright, and it's probably the best quality screen you can get on the market for a phone right now. And apparently, in terms of screen to body ratio, it is going to be the highest on the market. I mean, you can tell that just by looking at the pictures. The screen covers freaking everything. It is massive. Now, you guys remember I talked about the glass on the back, which I like. I'm really glad that's coming back, and hopefully it feels nice and smooth in your hands. It should do. It should do. But the reason they're bringing that back is actually for wireless charging. Now, wireless charging isn't really something brand new. It's been on a lot of phones for a little while now, actually, but it needs to come to iPhone at some point. I always have my phone on my desk here, so just be able to pop it down and get it charging will be very, very cool. I'm not sure how they're going to do that. I assume it's going to come with some sort of additional product that you just place it on and it charges, which, knowing Apple, will probably be quite expensive, cannot lie. But I'm excited for that feature nonetheless. For any of you guys wondering about a headphone jack, I mean, guys, I'm sorry. I miss it. My iPhone 7 Plus absolutely misses it. I can't listen to music in my R8 with this phone because my R8 is an old car, 2009, and only has aux cable. Doesn't freaking link in, which is annoying. But the aux cable is gone from iPhones probably forever now. I'm sorry. It just doesn't look like it's going to be the iPhone 8 either. Now, something that's brand new apparently for the camera is a depth sensing 3D camera, which is apparently revolutionary and can determine depth and location of objects in a 3D space, which sounds very next level and very futuristic. Now, apparently this is set to actually work with augmented reality, AR, which I think is absolutely amazing. I think AR is a lot cooler than VR. VR, you've got to have a headset on and maybe you feel immersed in it, but AR, I think, is cooler, in my opinion. And apparently this could link in with things like Apple Maps, for example, where when you're in camera view, it'll actually overlay augmented reality or just work out where you need to be going, like pull up the phone and be like, okay, and it'll just add arrows to the road that's in front of you on your screen and be like, yeah, going left here, going right there, 100 meters till your turn, which sounds pretty next, I cannot lie. Or even if you like to do a lot of image editing, it'll help you locate objects and pick things out from pictures so you can work with them a little bit better, manipulate them a little bit more. I'm actually really excited for that now that I've read it, to be honest with you guys, and I guess we'll hear more from Apple, and I'm sure they'll make it sound crazy when they announce it on Tuesday. Looking into it a little bit more, how are they going to make the touch How are they going to make the home button be represented on a phone that doesn't have a touch button? And what about Touch ID? Where's that going to go? So apparently they're going to have a virtual home button. So just pretend you put your thumb where you're probably used to putting your thumb on the new iPhone 8, and it will act as if you're pressing the home button. Whether that's done through force touch or through a touch sensor that's done at a certain pressure, I'm not sure, because surely you're going to have other apps there or something else in-game that doesn't mean you want to press the home button. We'll have to see how that works. And in terms of Touch ID, apparently it's going to have new facial recognition, Face ID, where simply looking at it, it will be like, oh, that's me. That's Ali, that's Ali. Let him into his iPhone, and it will just unlock. And I'm honestly, and I've had this phone for a while, still getting used to the fact that when the phone's flat, and I pick it up and look at it, the screen comes on without me pressing anything, because then I'll go and lock it and it turns itself off. But I think Face ID could be quite cool. Obviously, it will come with Apple iOS 11, and from what I've seen from iOS 11, it looks amazing. I'm not sure if any of you guys are running the beta on your phone, but it does come with screen recording, which is what goes back to the point where I'm really happy that screen recordings can be built into iOS 11, but why do you want to record a screen at such a weird resolution on the iPhone 8? I'll give it a go when it comes out. I'm going to try and pick one up on day one, obviously, but I'm not too sure. Now, I'm trying to find specs online, but no one's too sure. There's rumors that it will come in 64 gig, 256 gig, and 512 gig. I don't know. I think mine's 256. I use my iPhone a lot, and I've never filled it up. Yeah, this is a 256 gig, and I've still got 130 gig left, so I don't think I'll be going for the 300 gig anytime soon. That's a lot of space. In terms of RAM, it seems it's going to be similar to the old iPhone 7, maybe slight improvements. One thing that I'm hugely, and I think everyone will be always hugely interested in, is the battery life, and that is actually one of the main reasons I upgraded to the bigger iPhone 7 Plus, was because the battery on this thing is like at least 50% better than the smaller iPhones. I found it lasts a lot longer and is really useful. So please, Apple, make the battery life amazing on the iPhone 8. And I guess finally is the price, and the rumor is this is going to be an expensive iPhone. Like, it's gonna be up there, especially the OLED screen and all the new features and the design of the phone. It's gonna be expensive. So if I go onto Apple's website now, here in the UK at least, okay, so the iPhone 7 Plus is about £720. What the hell? And in America, it's $769. I guess the pound to dollar is kind of closer nowadays, but the rumors is the biggest, and be it 256 or 500, the biggest iPhone's gonna be about $1,000 to $1,200 for the iPhone 8. That is pretty expensive. I cannot lie, guys, but that's what all the rumors are saying. It isn't going to be cheap. And I mean, that is all I can grab for you guys so far, and that is all the information we have on the new iPhone 8. I'm going to try and buy one on day one. It typically comes out like a few weeks later to actually pick up and get after the announcement on Tuesday. And fingers crossed I can unbox it. I'll probably do it over my second channel on more Ali. We can take a look at the new iPhone 8, because I can't help myself, but for something this crazy and this big, I do get excited for it. And if you watch this video all the way to this point, I'm sure you guys are as well. So hope you've really enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a big fat thumbs up. Let me know what you think of the new iPhone 8 down below in the comment section. And hope you've really enjoyed this video. Stay tuned on Twitter and all that good stuff to find out if I do manage to pick one up on day one. Hopefully I will. I'll see you tomorrow for a brand new video, and keep an eye on my Twitter on Tuesday when the announcement happens, because you know I'm going to be tweeting about it. Bye bye.